Do you want to increase brand awareness, attract new patients immediately and consistently, and become the go-to practice in your community? Then learn how to do ground marketing. That's what I'm going to be teaching you in this series. Let's dive in. Partnering with gyms and fitness centers. Now, this is one of the first strategies I did with ground marketing. I went to fitness centers and it worked fantastic. And not just attracting new patients, but being seen as the go-to practice in the community. We're always there. We were consistent and it was fantastic. And at the same time, you're able to pick and choose the type of patients you want, depending on the gyms you go. So with that being said, we're going to be discussing the psychology of gym members, the demographics, and we're going to dive deep into the scripts, the wording. So make sure you have your paper, pen, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just screenshot it and then utilize those scripts that we're going to have for you so you can get your foot in the door and start ground marketing, start presenting your practice to these members in the gym and also the personal trainers there, the nutritionists there, everybody who's an employee there. You can start marketing to them as well. We're also going to be discussing the business alignment about it, the tactical ground marketing steps, and that's it. So let's start off with the psychology of gym members, why they're pre-sold on dentistry. And there's a couple of them. So we're going to start with A, health first mindset. Gym members pay money to prevent decline before it happens. They don't wait until they're obese or ill, or at least most don't. They invest in memberships, supplements, and personal training to stay ahead of problems. So the parallel for you is preventative dentistry is the same psychology. Cleanings, checkups, and fluoride treatments aren't emergencies, they're maintenance. Gym members already live in the maintenance mindset, making them far less resistant to routine dental care. So they'll accept what you're saying because you're not introducing a new idea, you're aligning with their existing behavior. B, appearance-driven behavior. A huge percentage of gym members are not just chasing health, they're chasing appearance, status, and self-confidence. So weight loss, muscle tone, body shape, they all tie directly to how they look and how others perceive them. The parallel here is teeth and smile are front and center in the same self-image equation. Straight teeth, white teeth, fresh breath, that's basically the cosmetic six-pack of dentistry. So utilizing this language taps into their desire for social rewards, like compliments, recognition, attractiveness, the same motivator that drives them to the gym mirror. So you can say, hey, you're working on your body. Why not give yourself a visible win right away with a brighter smile? It works. C is trust in experts. This one is probably one of the biggest ones. Gym members are conditioned to follow the advice of experts. They listen to trainers, instructors, and nutritionists without second guessing. If the trainer says, hey, use this protein powder, they're going to buy it. If the studio recommends, hey, book this session with a massage therapist, they're going to do it. So the parallel here is if the gym itself endorses or associates with a local dental practice, that trust transfers instantly. It bypasses skepticism because the referral comes from an authority figure they already respect. So this is a shortcut to credibility, not cold advertising. D, identity-driven spending. Gym members don't just go to the gym. They self-identify as people who take care of themselves. And this is so much more bigger now because of social media. I mean, they wear Lululemon, they track their macros, they post progress selfies, and they spend money to reinforce that identity. So the parallel here is dentistry is another identity purchase. Whitening trays, Invisalign, veneers. These are badges of someone who invests in their wellness and image. So instead of selling a service, you're validating their self-concept. You can let them know, hey, you already invest in your health and fitness. Dentistry is just another way to show up as your best self. It's wonderful. People spend the most money when it aligns with who they believe they are. And gym goers see themselves as health-conscious achievers. So dentistry becomes a badge of belonging to that group. E, community conformity. Fitness centers thrive on visible progress and peer accountability. People stick with gyms because they see others working hard and don't want to fall behind. So a parallel is when a gym member hears that other members go to a certain dentist, the pull is exponential. It's not about health. It's about not being left behind socially. So if you say, hey, we're offering free whitening just for, let's just say, Michael's Gym, it's our way of celebrating this community. They're going to be more inclined. So people join not just for the service, but because their community is doing it. And that's pretty strong in those other specific gyms like High Rocks, I believe that's the new one, or CrossFit. So look for those in your community, those type of fitness centers, or like running clubs and things like that. So bottom line, gym members are not cold leads. Don't ever think that if you're in the gym, they're not a cold lead. Get that out of your head. They are either preventative buyers, which means they believe in maintenance. 2, they're aesthetic investors. They'll pay for appearance. 3, they're expert followers. Trust transfers easily. 4, they're identity spenders. They reinforce who they are with money. Or 5, community driven. They move in herds, right? Not isolation. And this makes them the warmest patient demographic you can reach outside of referrals, because in their psychology, dental care is already pre-sold. And I cannot reinforce this enough. When I first started ground marketing, went to LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness, other smaller gyms, Planet Fitness, things like that. And yes, 1000%, that is what I started doing. And new patients were coming in like clockwork immediately within the week. And so I continue to do it. And to this day, I always continue to talk about it and tell people, hey, if you're not in gyms, especially corporate gyms or smaller gyms, CrossFit gyms, it's community driven, what are you doing? That's easy, low hanging fruit that you can utilize today in your community. So let's talk about the demographics and buying power of gym members now. Not all gyms are equal. And here's the data behind it. We have big box gyms like Planet Fitness, 24-hour, LA Fitness. Those are large volume, mixed demographic people, right? Sometimes budget conscious. Then we have boutique studios, Pilates, Barre, CrossFit, yoga, things like that, right? Smaller, more affluent clientele. These type of patients have like disposable income and care about premium services. And then you have medical and wellness centers, often tied to hospitals or physical therapy clinics. And these attract older, health conscious patients with insurance benefits. So instead of thinking all gyms, I want you to start segmenting gyms like you segment patients. Not all gyms are the same, just like patients. They come in segments, and each segment attracts a different kind of person, attracts different kind of spending power and dental need. When you understand this, you stop wasting time with the wrong gyms and start targeting the ones that match your ideal patients. Let's dive a little bit deeper. I'll give you an example. Big box gyms, Planet Fitness, 24-hour, LA Fitness, Crunch, etc., right? High volume, diverse ages, but heavy on young adults, 18 to 35, attracted by low monthly fees and no extra foo-foo stuff. And many are renters or students or young professionals. And their buying behavior, they're price sensitive, but will pay for entry-level cosmetic perks like whitening, same-day specials. They're really attracted to that. And at the same time, the best plays you can utilize are $99 new patient specials plus whitening kit, quick wins, right? Maybe same-day whitening or whitening raffles, or a preventative starter offer for young families, like free first visit for kids under 3. And this works because these members think in low-cost, high-volume decisions. It's perfect for filling the hygiene schedule, growing recall base, and planting seeds for long-term care. Think of big box gyms as your top of funnel. They won't all buy premium dentistry, but they bring consistent new patient flow. Boutique studios. This one will be pretty amazing, especially if you're a cosmetic practice. Pilates, Barre, yoga, CrossFit, spin classes. Who goes here? Smaller, community-driven, and highly loyal memberships. A lot of affluent women, 25 to 55, and a lot of them are decision makers in the family. CrossFit attracts affluent men and women, usually professionals who like challenges and results. Your buying behavior, they're going to spend freely on self-improvement and aesthetics. They already invest in trainers, supplements, skincare, sportswear, Lululemon memberships. Dentistry would just be another identity purchase, but they also need it. And they are more likely to value premium services, cosmetic makeovers, implants, veneers, Invisalign. So the best offer or play you can give them is, hey, there's a cosmetic consult event, right? Invisalign night, and it's co-hosted with the studio, or exclusive boutique-only perks, free whitening with Invisalign, or smile design raffles. Also wellness bundles. You can tie whitening or ortho to whole self-care, body plus smile. So you can tie in a bundle with the gym. And it works because boutique studio members want visible results they can show off in their community, and they are brand loyal, community driven, and love exclusivity. Dentistry framed as members only perks converts extremely well in these gyms. Okay, remember that. Always utilize that phrasing. Members only perks, especially if you're going to these type of boutique studios. Think of boutique gyms as your profit center. Each new patient can easily turn into a high value cosmetic or implant case. Okay, so if you have these locations, get ready because we're about to give you the script on how to get into those locations in your community. And then you have medical and wellness centers, hospital gyms, physical therapy, rehab focused centers, senior fitness programs. And as you already guessed, older adults go to these locations, retirees and patients with chronic health conditions. They're often tied to hospitals or insurance-based memberships, and they have highly health conscious and insurance savvy minds. And their buying behavior is they have value prevention and trust medical authority. They'll spend on serious restorative work, crowns, dentures, perio treatment, even implants. And they're often motivated by function over looks, like chewing, speaking, and avoiding pain. Best place for this or best giveaways would be an implant and denture seminar, right? Chew with confidence again. Insurance-friendly preventative campaigns, maybe easy scheduling, care coordination, just dive deeper into that. And educational partnerships, free oral health screenings, oral cancer screenings. You can utilize these during wellness fairs. And this works because these patients already invest in long-term health. Dentistry fits directly into their stay independent, stay healthy mindset. So think of medical wellness gyms as your anchor market. They won't flood you with numbers, but the ones you get are high-ticket, lifelong patients. Now that we've segmented these gyms, let's dive into the scripts. Gyms need value for their members that isn't another sales pitch. So instead of asking to put flyers on their counters, what every practice does, you flip the script. Okay, and I'm going to give you a couple. And if you're part of the ground marketing course, you're going to have way more scripts, okay? You already have videos of me actually going into LA Fitness and other locations. It's a hidden camera. I have it on myself, and you see me actually doing the scripts in person. And also, you see me also making some mistakes here and there, but going through that and even setting up or getting my foot in the door, you can see me do all that stuff. At the same time, you have the strategy, the scripts, you have all the tactics you need in the ground marketing course. But right now, I'm only going to share a couple of scripts with you that you can utilize right now. I want you to do them, especially if you're listening to this, so you can see the results that you'll get. But if you're interested in the ground marketing course, go in the show notes below, click on the first link in the show notes below, and you can see everything that's inside the ground marketing course. And I'd love to see you in there. So the promotional plug, this is for boutique studios, yoga, CrossFit, spin. And you're going to say, hey, I'm with the dental practice. And you're going to say your name or your dental practice's name. I'm with Michael's Dental Practice, and we've been telling our patients about the best wellness spots nearby. And your studio keeps coming up. So, we'd actually love to put your info in our patient kits so they know where to come for fitness. Do you guys have any flyers or cards you'd like us to hand out or we can put inside these kits? They will stand up, hug you. They will love that, right? And once you create conversation, talk with them, just let it flow naturally. Then once they hand you their materials and everything, you pivot. You say, perfect. Thank you so much for this. And if you ever want, we can also feature one of your trainers or class in our office newsletter. Patients love getting recommendations like that, and they will love you even more. To them, it sounds like free advertising and credibility, all these things. And then boom, once they say, yes, definitely, here's one of our trainers. Oh, we would love it if you feature this, all these things. Awesome, cool. Now's your time for the ask. Hey, by any chance, do you guys do any events for your members? Yes, you do. Awesome. Could we participate? No, you don't. Could we ever partner up on one? Or maybe you can say, hey, could we ever just come by and give some freebies to your members here at the busiest time? When would be a good time? And then, you let them know. 99.9%, they always say yes. All the time, they will always say yes to you when that happens because you've already given them so much without even actually doing the action yet. So that's script 1, the promotion plug. Script 2, the big box gyms. This is 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, all those big ones. So you can say, hey, we've been putting together little perks for our patients. And I thought, your members might love something like that too. So what if we did a free mouth guard clinic here? It's 100% free, no catch, just something you could promote as an exclusive member perk. Let them process it, things like that. And then once they say, what, yeah, definitely true, or, they're still processing it, you can let them know. It can make a great post for your social media too. Check out this free service we're giving members. What do you think? Things like that. They see this as a member retention tool they didn't have to build. Because remember, big box gyms, they're looking to get new members in all the time, but they're also looking for strategies to retain members. And they can only go so low on pricing, right? And they can only fit so many physical perks in their actual location. So this becomes a retention tool for them, and they tend to love it. So try to utilize that. That's one thing you can do. Hey, you know what? We've been putting together little perks for our patients. And, I always come by your gym and we always pass by and people talk about it and they love it. And, I thought your members might love what we're doing right now. We're doing a free mouthguard clinic and we can put one here for you if you want. It's 100% free. There's no catch, just something you could promote as an exclusive member perk. Like, hey, we're giving out free mouth guards here. And normally they'll let you do it, especially on Member Appreciation Day. It's fantastic for that. Script 3, the spotlight. Now, this is for gyms that thrive on visibility and community buzz, right? You can say, hey, we're running a wellness spotlight series where we highlight local businesses to our patients, and we'd love to put you in the next one. Maybe showcase a class or trainer or even a success story. It's just a way for us to show our patients the best fitness options in town. You pause, wait for them to get super excited. They'll bring their manager. You're all going to discuss it. You might even have a meeting. We've had multiple meetings like that. And then you can smile and say, think of it as free PR. We'll do the legwork. You just tell us what you'd like featured. Now they see you as a marketing partner, boosting their credibility. And then you can just say, hey, you know what? Could we ever come by and drop off a sign-up sheet for just the employees here at the same time? You guys can take advantage just as a thank you for letting us do this. We love to give all the employees here, the personal trainers and everybody, boom, an incentive. Just put your name and number down and I can come back another time to pick it up. You give them the sign-up sheet. Awesome. Do you guys ever do a member appreciation day? And they're going to say, you know what? Yes, we do every month. Could we participate in that too? Just give out all these freebies to the members here. Yeah, of course you can. So now, not only are you getting the employees to come in, but at the same time, now you're participating in events. You see how by having the reciprocity principle allows you the freedom to do so much and ask for so much, but utilize these scripts. Here's script number 4, the challenge add-on. You can just say, hey, quick question. Do you guys run any New Year's or summer fitness challenges? They're going to say, yes, we do. All these things, right? They almost always say yes. Then you're going to say, that's awesome. We've been supporting local wellness challenges by adding in extra prizes. If you'd like, we can throw in a free whitening treatment as a prize for one of your winners. You can promote it as part of your challenge and it makes your event look even bigger. They love this. They're going to say, yes, definitely. Of course. Thank you so much. We'd appreciate that. And they see you as helping them run a stronger campaign. A lot of boutique gyms do this. They run transformation challenges or seasonal promotions, right? Every gym runs a promotion on New Year's. So you're ultra busy doing this in January or December, actually. Now, script number 5, the member appreciation bonus. This is for gyms that host member events. And this is basically every single big box gym. You can say, hey, I saw you do member appreciation days. I love that. If you want, we can bring in free wellness kits for your next one. Nothing salesy, just toothbrushes, floss, whitening samples, stuff members can actually use. And you can announce it as extra goodies for our members today. They're going to say, yes, definitely, of course, we'd love that. Oh, we always love having people in our community. Where are you located, right? And then you're going to say, yeah, awesome. Give them all the details. Then you can have a little light pivot and say, it makes the event even more special and you don't have to spend extra to do it. And that's it. They see you as adding value to their events at no cost. And this one always works. For big box gyms, get your foot in the door, do that. Once you're at the event, member appreciation day, you can talk to the employees there, drop off sign-up sheets, sign them up on the spot. You can do everything you want, right, in that location. If you're a pediatric practice listening, a lot of these big box gyms have daycares in them that no one thinks about. So at the event, when you're there, or even if you're not at the event, you can just say, hey, we'd love to set up a small booth near the daycare center and then provide freebies and information for the parents who are dropping off and picking up their kids. It's a perfect spot to attract new patients, but also new pediatric patients as well. And then script 6 would be the referral push without asking. You can say, hey, a lot of our patients ask us where to work out nearby, and we've been pointing them here. I mean, you guys got a great reputation. If you're like, I'll keep recommending you and even put your info on our kits. That way, new people moving into the area hear about you right away. 1000%. They're going to say, yes, definitely. Let me get more information from our sales manager. Here, talk to our owner, all these things, right? They see you as sending them members without you asking for anything back. And you already started that partnership. So these are 6 ways to get your foot in the door and start the ground marketing process. There is a version 2, as you can see right here, and that's for our members. It's other scripts that are detailed, but utilize the ones that I just shared with you right now. See the results. And if you want more strategies, more one-on-one like this with me, and dive deeper into understanding going into gyms and also handling objections and things like that, and knowing how to set up your booth, knowing how to design your sign-up sheet, knowing how to design the incentives, the giveaways, how to call these people who do sign up, all that stuff is found in the ground marketing course, along with so many more strategies, so many more scripts, and so many more videos of you actually seeing me doing the actual strategy. So go in the show notes below, click on the first link in the show notes below to join the ground marketing course. And like I always say, I would love to see you in there. So that's going to do it for the scripts. Now, when we talk about the business alignment, why gyms say yes to this? 3 reasons: membership model, wellness narrative, and retention struggles. This makes cross referrals natural when they have a membership model, right? Both want loyalty and repeat visits, not one-off transactions. You want that, they want that. Wellness narrative, dentistry can frame itself not as fixing teeth, but as optimizing health, just like personal training and nutrition. And retention struggles. Gyms lose members due to lack of motivation. Dental practices lose patients to forgetfulness. Cross promo creates accountability. So that's really, really good. This alignment makes it easy for gym owners and managers to say yes. You're not competing, you're reinforcing. And then tactical ground marketing plays. So just to summarize and remember, here's what you need to actually do and how to pitch it. Step 1, entry point. Approach with reciprocity. Do community research, find the gyms, decide, okay, I want to go to all the gyms, big box, boutique, and wellness centers, cool. Or no, I just want to go to boutiques, cool. I only want to go to big box gyms, cool. Find out which gyms you want to go to, and then utilize the script. Avoid sales heavy words, frame it as their terminology. Wellness, giving out wellness kits, right? Kind of a thing. Step 2, make offers that resonate. Once you're at the event, once you're giving out the sign-up sheet to the employees, make offers that resonate. Here's our Invisalign info table. Here's our corporate wellness tie-in. Here's our Smile and Sweat promo. Here's our free mouthguard fitting day. In the ground marketing course, I provide you with all the offers that you can utilize that will resonate according to the gym. And step 3, physical and digital presence. Make hygiene kits that you can insert gym flyers in there as well. QR codes on gym bulletin boards linking to Fitness Smile package, right? And title it like that, Fitness Smile package, right? Have Instagram stories cross-tagged with local gym accounts. Co-branded giveaways like water bottles, towels, things like that. And then step 4, activation on the events. Partner on Wellness Month or New Year, New You campaigns or seasonal campaigns, or transformation challenges. Set up booths during peak hours, 6 to 9 a.m. or 5 to 8 p.m. Yes, please believe if you're there from 5:30 to 9:30 or 10 a.m., you will find a flood of people. If you're there at 5 to 8 p.m., you will also find a flood of people. Different demographics though, if you understand. 5 to 8, you also are going to find some high schoolers, right? People like that. 5:30 to 10 a.m., you most likely won't. You'll find those ones who are on the go, they need things. Don't let that fool you. That does not mean they do not have time to sit and talk with you. On the way out, they will. Okay? Remember that. And then this produces long-term ROI. This will beat any random mailer 100 times over. It's high trust, low competition. Few dentists are inside gyms. Mailboxes are crowded, gyms are intimate. This has a lifetime value. Patients you acquire here are more likely to accept comprehensive care because their identity is tied to self-improvement. And referral chains. Health-conscious people cluster together. One patient from a boutique studio can lead to 3 to 5 more through word of mouth. Imagine one person, you're at a boutique studio at a CrossFit center, one of them decides to go to you, and then you show up next month. And then that one person who's your patient is going to tell the others while you're there, hey, what's up? Yeah, this guy's great. She's fantastic. Oh, I love their practice. And they're saying that in front of the rest of the class. Now that leads to more social proof. And now they're thinking, I got to go see this person too. So even if one event nets 10 to 15 new patients, the lifetime value of just one Invisalign or implant case pays for months of effort. So please, I'm telling you, go to fitness centers, ground market to these locations. Gyms aren't just full of people who sweat. They're full of people who spend money on themselves, trust health experts, and want to look good. If you enter with the scripts that I provided for you, you'll unlock a patient base that's already primed to say yes to you. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. If you want more, please join the ground marketing course. You will not be disappointed, and you'll not only get new patients within this week by utilizing the strategies there, but you'll be seen as the go-to practice in your community. So go ahead, go in the show notes below, click on the first link in the show notes below, or if you want, just Google ground marketing and you'll find me. So that's going to do it for this episode. And on the next episode, we're going to be discussing ground marketing on a budget, low-cost strategies with high returns. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next episode.